Well, the first of our steam vehicles this afternoon is a Scammell tractor unit that has been originally in service with Pickfords. It's a Scammell CD45 owned by Mike Callow from Taunton. This was supplied to Pickfords in 1994 at a modest cost of £2,000. At that time, that must be a substantial sum of money.
That's right, I think they did, David. The next one we've got here is Scammell 15MU. It's an ex-Thomas Allen tanker. It's now being converted to a ballast tractor. It's called a showman's living vehicle, which again is one of the things these vehicles are used for today, pulling these showman's engines around. The owner of this one is Mrs. or Anita J.R. Broad from Dunfeed in Wales. Right, the next one is a 1942 Scammell chain drive, owned by Derek Hallett from Markup in Somerset. It's built under license for hauling around timber in the 1920s. It's now again used for pulling a showman's engine around to various shows.
There can't be many of these Scammells with tractor units about in this state. It's almost a reunion, I would think.
The next one is a Scammell CD45. The chain drive 45 tons, so that's quite a lot of weight that thing can pull. It's owned by BJ Hitchens from Taunton, which are owned by Pickfords heavy haulers and work out of Sheffield.
Also labelled with the Gardner badge, but there's quite a lumpy Gardner diesel engine underneath the bonnet. You seem to have a very good low gear performance, which means that they have a capacity to pull heavy loads. Well, I don't know what the top road speed is, but probably, they're labelled with 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, that was the old road speed, David, at that time.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
They weren't to exceed.
Right, well, we're now followed after the Scammells by a Bedford recovery truck, owned by Tim Hooper from Bristol. It used to be a horsebox body, as far as I can work out, and was then converted to become a garage breakdown recovery truck.
Well, the next one, David, is another breakdown lorry, a Bedford ML. This is owned by Roger Stanton from Bishop Stainton. Now, I know this vehicle is campaigned around locally on many, many rallies, and Roger has bought this and keeps it in very good order indeed.
Oh, this is absolutely super. This is how I remember the breakdown trucks to be. This lovely Leyland Cup fire engine, owned by Bernard Land from Columton, who's one of our regular supporters of town and been coming here more years than I care to remember. In fact, when he started coming, he was a mere whippersnapper of a lad, and look at him now. But he's pulling the birds all right, isn't he? That, would you believe that? Has been beautifully restored subsequently. Lovely condition, thank you very much.
The next one is a Dennis D. multipurpose fire engine of 1976. Supplied to the Devon Fire Brigade in 1976 and was based at Ottery St Mary.
Driving the one behind, because Tony, is it you driving? If so, give us a wave. Yeah? Hello mate, how you doing? And don't forget that driver you owe me. Tony's got fire engine-itis in a bad way, but at least he presents the stuff beautifully. One of his vehicles had to go up to the big Dennis rally last year, because he had something that was particularly rare or particularly unique. This little Dennis coach is absolutely super. I had a look at it this morning in the field. I'm afraid we haven't got any information for you, but it was originally registered in Devon, and it looks as though it's been in service in North Devon. And the condition that it is in is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Can't give you any information on the landliner, is that, that's come through now? It looks as though it started life as an ambulance. Am I right, sir?
Owned by Mike and Jan Widgery from Columton, and it's one of only 3 still running. The bodywork is by James Whitson, and this water tender was new to the Wiltshire Fire Brigade and stationed at Amesbury and Salisbury before ending its days as a driver training unit.
Always with their fire appliances.
There's a great credit to them, I think, David, because it was found at Western-super-Mare after being flooded with seawater, and they've restored it from that condition to its, where we see it today.
Here at Powderham Castle, it was used for sawmill delivery and shooting transport, and it was sold by Lord Courtney in October 1991.
And that one, David, has only done 45,000 miles from you as well. Mike Fenner, who bought that one today.
Owned by our member Mike Fenner of the club.
The next one is an ex-GPO 1-ton T3 Morris Commercial, and it's one of a batch of only 80 vehicles that were produced for the GPO. Right, here we have again the traction engine that we used for the tug of war with the children earlier. It's an 1895, possibly, and it probably is the oldest vehicle we have here today. The Burrell 6 horsepower single crank compound, owned by D&B Nicholson from Newton Abbot. It spent its working life in Suffolk, and the engine was brought in a derelict condition by the Nicholson family in 1987. And David has actually fully restored this engine, and it's believed to be the oldest restored Burrell single crank compound engine left in the country.
And to save you doing any sums, Hayden, that makes this one 102 years old this year, and it's still working. I hope I ain't still working when I'm 102 years old.
David, you have no chance of working at 102 years of age, I'm afraid. But this week it's being campaigned on behalf of the Nicholson family by Mr. P.J. Manley.
Right now we've got a Burrell agricultural engine coming in, owned by Mr. Bruce of Dunsford, to whom I was talking very nicely last night, because he said that he will come along to one of our Monday night club meetings and talk to us about steam engines, so that we petrol engine heads will be able to understand a little bit about steam. It's supplied to Aberystwyth and Bideford when it was new, and they didn't keep up their payments. The finance company repossessed it, and then it got sold to W.J. King at Bishop's Lydeard and Taunton, who were big agricultural contracting merchants of steam. And there was their famous sale several years ago when all their collection of steam engines were sold off.
This engine, David, is often campaigned around on the roads here, which I guess they got caught behind it. But he doesn't transport it so much on a lorry or a low loader, but he does like driving it to these various shows, which is a great credit to him. And we thank Gordon for bringing that.
Now this absolutely beautiful Showman's engine, which is coming in now, green and brass and gold lining, is an Aisling & Porter. It's a model whiphead, a colonial tractor, was built in 1920 and supplied new to Hereford County Council. The engine was convertible to a roller, i.e. change the wheels on the front, and could have worked as a roller when it was owned by the council. It was one of 6 similar engines which they owned, and there are 2 others still surviving. After the council finished with it, the engine went into other businesses in the Hereford area, and was known then to have definitely worked as a road roller.
Right, now we're on to the buses. We've got here a 1968 Bristol VRT FL Series 1, which was new to the Western National Plymouth Depot and saw most of its service.
Straight 6 engine. Developed 55 horsepower, got 5 forward and 5 reverse gears. Well, that's quite interesting, isn't it? Independent suspension with 4-wheel drive. This one was found in the scrapyard in 1968 and was stored until 1993 when the rebuilding started, which took 10 months. It's a nice looking vehicle, just a job for traffic jams on Saturday. Over to you next, what are you going to tell us?
I don't know what I'm going to tell you, to be honest, apart from the fact that I'm trying to find myself a seat here. I think I'll sit down with Dave. That's what everybody seems to do. Right, we've got a couple of Jeeps coming in now, I think. And my motorbike as well. This is I've got a feeling it's a Ford, built in about 1942, as most of them seem to be. And we have, following it behind, is the BSA M20. It actually belongs to me. And my friend Harry's driving it, with his friend on the back, which seems to be accompanying him this evening.
A 1942 Woody Jeep, which you well know probably.
I do indeed.
I'm not certain when he got it, but possibly 1983, 93. Mr. Down, is it?
It is indeed. Yes, that's John Downs. Restored in Orient colours. It's unusual these days. Most people like to actually do it in olive drab. You can actually get out polishes every weekend.
Tom Simons used to have an RAF coloured one, I think, didn't he? Tom, who's here with the Transport Sigma today. When George Orchard was on tour, entertaining the troops. I think that the full history, or as much history as known of it, is on the bicycle vehicle being lovingly restored by Graham Greenwell from just outside Exeter.
The Powderham double H that you've got in here at the moment was very, very super vehicle. 1929, it was used by bishops, the removal people, and has been brought to us this week by Mr. Roger Bishop. I suppose there's a connection there, must be somewhere down the family line. It's nice to have this vehicle. He brought it down from London for us here this weekend.